Oh my goodness, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? I'm Marc Lobliner alongside
Katie Lobliner.
Wow, is that light not making us look weird?
We look
Like we look
orange.
really
We look like
orange. Why
Donald
don't we
Trump.
turn the light off, see what happens? I like that
better.
better.
Oh,
I like that better. Hey guys, so good news is starting end of May, we will be in our new house, and I actually have a studio kind of office where we will be able to do podcasts all day long. It's going to be dark before the end of this, so we decided to take this into the only place we have a door to close, and that is my daughter's bedroom, which explains how this looks like we're a teenage girl. But nonetheless, we decided to come on here. We'd like to do 2 to 3 of these a week long term. We used to have a podcast, and we realized our entire base is on Tiger Fitness. So I'm here with the lovely Katie today.
Yeah, I just sent you the link so you can share it.
And I am going to go ahead and I am going to post this so that folks on Twitter know to come on here. But till then, I'm going to let Katie kick us off. Kick us off, meaning kick us not off here, but start this thing off.
What am I starting it off with?
Hold on, young lady.
You have an itinerary.
So number one, we're going to cover one topic, and the topic is
That I have never had Botox.
Not at all.
Either has he.
No, I cover it. Trends within the fitness industry, meaning how the industry has shifted to different categories because of the COVID-19 lockdowns. Katie, start us off.
So, I mean, as you know, MTS has a whole array of products that fall into different categories. And we have seen that since the COVID lockdown has happened, there has been an increase in non-perishable foods such as whey and the outright bar, while other categories such as pre-workouts are declining maybe or not doing as well. Marc had a specific conversation with a retailer of ours in New York, and he's mainly selling bars, and outright bars is a huge part of his sales. So people are focused on necessary things right now, and I guess pre-workouts aren't necessary, especially because people aren't going to the gym. So for most people, if you're used to going to the gym and they're not doing home workouts, they're not going to be taking pre-workouts.
So what's happening is you're seeing a big shift from performance and aesthetics to health and wellness. So I've talked to a manufacturing plant today who is literally 90% of their runtime is being spent running vitamin C, elderberry, zinc, and other things that have been shown to mitigate the effect of illness and virus. I also spoke to a great retailer. I'm going to mention his name because I love him to death and I want to give a shout out to him. I'm going to talk about the work ethic of this man as well. If you will stick with me, and then we'll get all of your questions. All of them, every single one, unless we run out of time, because I guess it's late. I gotta get some sleep. So check it out, guys. So Natural Body in New York, they are the premier retail in New York. Also, the number one product they sell in their store is the outright bar. So I am partial to Steve. Steve's a good friend of mine.
So that's who I was talking about.
So anyway, Steve, he called me the other day. He's like, "Look, man, your brand's killing it, but I want to send some of this pre-workout back. We sell a ton of it, ton of Clash, ton of that stuff." I'm like, "No problem. That's how we do it." He's like, "No, I don't want money. I want you to send me outright bars." Outright bars and snack foods have become 80% of the business, with outright bars being 60% of that. So what's happening is people are more concerned with non-perishable goods. People are concerned with protein powders, bars, and also the health supplements, the vitamin C's, the nectars, the elderberry, all that stuff. And in fact, even at Tiger Fitness, we can't keep vitamin C in stock. We are stocking that high tech. I'm like, "Hey, when you make more, just ship us a pallet." You know what I mean? It's gone that crazy. And we're guilty of it too. We're taking all the vitamin C, all the zinc. We're people who were once just worried about making gains, who were worried about, just their appearance, who were worried about getting these killer workouts, are now extremely concerned about their health. And I don't see this as a bad thing, but what I do see is you're going to see a shift where the more performance-based or ergogenic aids within the industry are going to take an extreme back seat to the health supplements. And that's what's going to drive our industry throughout this. And that's one of the reasons every state, except for the Gestapo state of Nevada, has allowed sport nutrition retailers to stay open because of the health products. And remember, with the COVID-19, I'm not saying this is any any backing to take a lot of these. But in studies conducted in Italy and many other places, they've been using intravenous dosing of vitamin C, of zinc, and of other things to work. Also with the hydroxychloroquine, you're also seeing that the reason it works is because it allows zinc to enter the cell, and zinc prevents the duplication of the virus within the cell, which is quite extraordinary, to say the least. But you are going to see a huge dramatic shift, and that's you're seeing a lot of things. You're also seeing a huge dramatic shift from brick and mortar to internet or to curb pickup. Even Vitamin Shop, they've been having a lot of their sales. They're not dropping. Like GNC is closing 900 plus stores, and they're also probably going bankrupt. They're going bankrupt, while Vitamin Shop's actually still crushing it. And the reason being is they integrated their online, and they also have done very well with in-store pickups. So that's where they've gone differently. So how this is going to change, look, we've seen polls, and come on, after the 2016 election, you guys know that polls are not worth a fuck. They're not worth a damn. Hillary was supposed to win, she didn't. And the polls were off. I've never trusted a poll since, but polls have shown that people are skittish, man. They're not ready to get out of the house. A lot of people aren't. Not the people I talk to. People I talk to will come up, give you a kiss. I had a woman try to give me a handshake the other day, man. It's crazy.
Can I talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I talk? Since when do I get that kind of respect?
Well, he does never shut up. So I'm trying to get him to shut up. So I think the other shift that you're seeing is people who formerly weren't concerned with their health are now concerned with their health.
Who formulate?
Who were not formally
there's a formulate.
You're confusing me now. Before this happened, we're not so concerned with their health. We're now, people who maybe have never taken, had a supplement regimen are now like on their multis and their fish oils and their vitamin C's and taking stuff. And so I think that's why we're seeing increase in sales.
Absolutely,
Obviously.
absolutely. I just did a podcast with James Grage, who I worked with way back at Weeder Publications. I've known him for 20 years, bro. 20 years. It's been 20 years I've known that man.
Yeah.
And guess what? 20 years. And guess what, man? James and me talked about the same thing. Back when we started, nobody gave a fuck about their health, man. They were just like gains. Hormones gains. We gotta dance. Come on, get on my lap.
This is not that kind of show.
We'd probably get more views.
Check out our shirts, by the way.
Yeah, so check it out. So it's not that way anymore. And also a lot of guys from like James and I are 40. He's 40. I remember when I told a story about James.
I heard you.
This is an amazing story, guys. I got to tell this one more time, and then we're going to get to your questions, okay? Basically, here's the gist of what we just spent seven and a half minutes talking about. People care less about their looks and more about their health. Boom. Okay.
That's smart.
One time, and he corrected me, we were driving from Atlanta to Charlotte. We went from meetings in Atlanta to Charlotte. I was with Richard Hart, who ended up, he was a No-G bar. Richard did the No-G bar. James Grage, who is obviously part owner of BPI, and myself. We were in a car.
Richard, they all worked for Leader at the time.
We all worked together, and we called ourselves the Chode Show Road Show. We just got on the road, we made shit happen. And we're driving from Atlanta to North Carolina, and we're stuck in this gridlock traffic construction. And James like, guys, I gotta take a piss. And Richard's like, we're on a freeway, you dumb fuck. And James like, guys, I gotta. And James was competing at the time. When you have to pee when you're competing, you can't control it. We stopped on the way from North Carolina to Ohio 17 times one year. I shit you not. And so finally, James opens the door, jumps out of the car, and does a Dukes of Hazzard leap over the median.
Over the median
to get to a restroom the construction workers were using. So what happened is the traffic starts moving. Richard starts going. I'm like, Richard, what the fuck are you? He's like, fuck him, man. He got out of the car. I'm like, Richard, stop the fucking car. Finally, James comes running after the car.
That's funny.
Oh, man. I got so many stories about these guys.
Not so much. Sorry. He's like in my ear, there's no rugs in here, so it echoes.
I have an erection. Okay, check it out. You guys can see it. It's right here. Hey, check it out. So we, from Jim Stepani to Lia Clark to all these guys you've heard about, to Richard Hart to James Grage, like, I have stories that can ruin all of their lives. Anyway, guys, let's get to answering some questions. I'll answer anything you want, unless it's offensive and morally reprehensible. If you want to talk about politics, let's talk about politics. If you want to talk about gains, let's talk about gains. If you want to talk nutrition, talk about nutrition. You want to talk about Katie's
Eventually, when he
boobies?
shuts
Let's
up.
talk about Katie's boobies. Let's go.
Love you guys. You're all leaders in the industry.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Hey, from South Carolina, let's go. Let's get it.
South Carolina, raise up. We lived in North Carolina for 7 years. I used to go there all the time. You know what place I really like? Extreme Fitness. My buddy Jeff's gym in Columbia. I used to love that place. I actually still have a key to that gym.
Somewhere on a keychain. Outright bars are the best bars on the market, hands down. Thank you so much. And update on the cookie dough bar. We should have that ready probably around May 8th. Sammy, shut up. It lights up too.
It does? You
Oh,
can't
you
see it. You can't see it. Turn off. Turn off. Hey, every time Katie says something, I'm going to do this.
I hate you. Okay, you're
I'm
live.
in a good mood, man.
Okay,
I'm horny.
next, moving on. Rest in peace, rest in peach. Rest in peace, Rich Piana.
I heard Rich liked peaches.
South Pole.
Okay, now I want to know why we were thinking about Rich Piana in this video. Like,
How
what
did
do
we
we
go
do?
there?
Did I say whatever it takes?
No. Hey, Mark and
Right,
Katie,
babe?
is HHW taking new patients at the moment, or are they shut down for now? Message
Oh,
them
Hormone
last
Health and
week
Wellness.
and haven't heard back
There's no
yet.
messaging them. Go to the site, the contact us page that if you asked me for it, I gave it to you. Or their page, go to contact us. They get back to everybody, dude.
Yeah,
They're crushing
I
it
got
right
an
now.
email from
They're an
them.
essential service. I've referred at least 10 people this week.
A one-time outlier election that elected an impeached president isn't making a good point that polls don't work.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Impeach Trump. Sorry, name.
You know what? I don't know if this is this is a Twitter person. You know what? He was impeached, but not rightfully so. Also, he was impeached by Congress, but not confirmed by the Senate. Also, remember, Bill Clinton was impeached, and polls mattered when he was there too, right? So we can't have double standards. Look, I'm not going to I'm not going to turn this into that kind of conversation. But the impeachment, let's be real here, man, that was a sham. They've been talking about impeaching him since day one. If he messes up, let him mess up on his own. But the Russia collusion thing, I don't really know about that one. I think that's a huge, huge stretch, and Hillary Clinton kills people.
How's the new house coming along? It is
Great. It's
awesome.
on track.
We're closing May 21st.
May
and
21st.
Moving right after the Memorial Day. We're going to start moving little stuff because I don't want to have to put everything in boxes, and then we'll be moving on the 26th.
I want to backtrack. If someone's screen name is a political thing, you know they're whack jobs. You know they're complete wackos. Like if
Nice.
someone, huh?
It's not very nice.
It's true though. If my
That's your
if my
department.
screen name is Biden has dementia, would you think I'm normal?
No.
No.
Marc, exotic shirts looking great.
These came out so friggin' good, and my little wrinkled cover matches it perfectly.
Love the new exotic shirts. So hilarious.
They are pretty
You
cool.
want to know what? We've never even watched the show. I have no idea.
No, we gotta
Stop
watch
trying
it.
to read the comments. Well, I am in charge. of
Sorry,
that.
we gotta watch
Stop.
it. We gotta watch it. I'm
Stop.
not. Now you're covering up them.
I know. Love the. Oh, sorry, I read that. Why not work a deal with GNC and pull them out of the gutter? Seemingly, it's a win-win.
How much money do you think I have? GNC is a multi-billion-dollar
Pull them out of the
corporation.
gutter. It's a really big gutter.
Like, I'm
and
financing
our
my
pockets
new
aren't
house.
as deep as that gutter.
Bro, I ain't got it. Don't you notice I'm sitting in my daughter's bedroom right now?
In an
Like,
apartment.
I'd be renting a high-rise if I had that kind of cash. I can't save GNC. I'm trying to save myself. Man, these people think I'm that rich. So GNC, how'd you pull yourself out? Well, Marc Lobliner gave us some money.
Venture capital money.
Some of that VC money.
That shirt can go with a lot of sneakers. It's very colorful.
Yeah,
so.
it's like 1980s, like when we were kids.
What's next for MTS and Outright? Well, for Outright, we've got the cookie dough bar launching probably in about 2 weeks. We have another flavor that was just sent out to the labs for testing so that we can launch that in a couple months.
Yeah.
We have a couple other flavors in the works that for this year. So
MTS, we're just I'm continuing. We're looking at. We have every category.
Yeah.
In fact, we had so many categories I had to discontinue some products. So my goal is to actually just improve or just make sure everything's right. Make sure our packaging's right. I'm out of categories. I have the best pre-workout. I have the best T-boosters. We already have the best in class of everything. So I don't want to make more stuff that just sits there.
yeah. In fact, we've gotten, like you said, we've gotten rid of some SKUs, and we'll be cutting down the amount of flavors of certain products.
Yeah, we're going. I mean, if 80% of our way is 5 flavors sales, we can't just YOLO that. But the last 3 flavor launches were home runs. The fruit cereal, the Nutella chocolate hazelnut flavor, and the chocolate chip cookie.
Yes, which we're almost out of.
Home runs.
But we're not sending any more stuff here until we know more
No,
stuff.
we ain't got nowhere to put it.
Looking sexy, Mark. Your wife is very lucky. That
Yeah.
was from a female, for the record.
What?
That never happens. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Boom. Yes.
In 2018, 110,000 people died in Illinois. So far, less than 2,000 from COVID-19. This has been going on for a while. Is shutting everything down worth destroying the economy?
The answer is, let me give my feelings. At the beginning, I don't think we had a choice because we kind of had a lot of public pressure to do so. But now that we have a lot of numbers back, I actually just watched a Stanford doctor give a talk about this, and I've been watching both sides. I believe that we have enough numbers back that the disease or the virus is not nearly as deadly. It's still deadly. Okay, and it's not just the flu, it's way, way easier to spread than the flu. However, it's less deadly than the flu because it hits more people, and it's more likely to kill older people. Whereas the flu infects people in the younger age brackets, this infects people in the older age brackets who already have comorbidities who are going to have more of a chance to die. However, even with that stated, the death is 0.1% or less. With that said, I think the best case scenario that I've seen, again, I'm an exercise guy, I'm a health guy, I'm a business guy, I'm not an epidemiologist, okay? My opinion is the 3 phases outlined by the US federal government, by Trump's team, is the best idea I've seen, and I think it's hater proof. Unfortunately, I'm wrong because nobody can get out of their partisan box. At the end of the day, the open it now people have to realize some people don't want to open it now. The don't open it now people got to realize some people got bills to pay. But I do like the phases. I like the 3 phases. I like after 2 weeks we reevaluate. After 2 weeks we reevaluate. That way we're not just like we're shut down.
Didn't Illinois just say shut down to May 31st?
Well, that's because so I also think there could be some governors who might be complicit in wanting the economy to tank for whatever reasons. Keep in mind, Illinois also is asking for federal help for shit that was going wrong before the pandemic. So basically, they're hoping that the fact that 27% of Illinois' budget is spent towards pensions, instead of pension reform, which they need to do, or else they will never be solvent. I think that a lot of them are using this to I think a lot of governors who are being overbearing are really doing it because they think it's the right thing to do to save lives. I also think a lot of those governors doing it aren't business people. For example, Bill Lee, our governor in Tennessee, is a businessman. So he understands that businesses cannot go for 2 months without being in business and just pick back up again. So I think we're at the point, if we start opening now, that a lot of businesses can just pick right back up. 4 weeks you can do it, but once you lose momentum, if you're gone for longer than that, you're dead. So I do like the phases, and I do like the social distancing. I don't like being next to people anyway. I'm okay with masks. Everybody's like, what do you think about the mask? That's un-American. I'm like, you know what? I think it's a compromise. Do I think they work? I wear a mask in public. Shit, we just launched a Tiger. Go to tigerfitness.com now. If you don't look, buy a mask. But we made these neck gaiters because they're cool to train in. They don't make you suffocate like masks, and they're much more comfortable. They're a cloth covering. It's called a neck gaiter, Gaiter. So we just made those $5 for every purchase. They're $15. Basically, we want to recoup our cost, and the $5 is going towards the Matthew 25 mission, which is a great charity that we've given to before.
Hi, Mark, Katie and Mark. Hope you're doing well. Hope the syrup was good. Just load it up on bars. My kids are crushing them being quarantined. So
I'm glad we could help.
Yeah, the syrup. If this is the person that sent us the syrup, I have it in the cabinet.
John, yeah, we still eat it.
Yeah. I've been using it for cooking too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Mark, regarding the HHW question, you sent me the contact us link. I submitted the form, haven't heard back yet since last
Go
week.
ahead and message me. I'll
Check
give you
spam.
message me, and I'll give you Joe's cell. I guarantee you, it's just lost or something happened. But I will help you. Just message me on Instagram or wherever the fuck you got a hold of me before, and I'll give you their number.
If you smoke pot, sometimes it's okay.
I agree. I think for medicinal uses, but when you smoke all the time, I do think it kills your drive to work. From what I've seen, I've never tried marijuana.
First of all, Katie, you look beautiful. Thank you.
She does.
Second, considering I made like 2 dinners today, worked out, like we don't have to go anywhere today. Mark,
Yesterday was busy as fuck.
yeah,
Today was busy for
to
me.
digress, yesterday we went to have private appointments at furniture stores because everything's closed, so you have to like have an appointment. And some
Well,
places
business
don't
is
even do
busy,
that.
too.
And
We're
we had a
working a
meeting
lot.
at the house. Yeah.
We're working a lot of hours because we are doing very, very well, thankfully.
Yes. Mark, could you hook up that butterscotch MTS wasting? That sounds really good.
It's going to be a
But it would
niche
be
flavor.
so small amount of people that actually like it. I'm trying to think. We did have what flavor did we have? Salted caramel would have been similar.
Yeah, it flopped
and
though, bro. It flopped.
Yeah.
Caramel and butterscotch are very similar. Very similar. I'd love to, but
German chocolate cake. That's like the triple chocolate cake. Pretty much, isn't it?
that's more of a coconut chocolate. We failed with that too.
Yeah.
The Samoa.
Your new MTS flavors are fire. I love fruity cereal and chocolate.
Dude, we nailed that. Amen. Thank you. I'm glad we have it because I ate the shit out of it.
I want to make your cooler clothes as long as you put them on your t-shirt and hoodie suppliers. Those clothes for wonderfully. Don't ever change it up. Okay, basically they like our clothes.
Okay.
Those are in designs.
I got it.
I think that's what that means.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate
Much
it.
love, bro, from Iowa.
Iowa, man, I'm sorry about the weather out there.
Give us one Stepani story from Weeder.
I'm trying to think of one that, because I don't want him to hate me even more.
I'm trying to think
Well,
of one that's not inappropriate.
Honestly, I mean, we just hung out. Like, there's no real story. I mean, there are, but like, I mean, Jim and me used to, go to lunch all the time. We'd hang out together. Like, we kind of bonded really well at Weeder, and then, we kind of went our own ways and ended up, he ended up kind of hating each other later on. But there's no harm, no foul. Everything's water under the bridge. He's successful. I'm happy. I'm my version of successful. So, I have nothing but love for everybody who's doing well, and he sees me doing very well. So, more power. I wish him the best, him and his family.
Yeah, he doesn't have any like peeing in the porta potty on the freeway stories.
No. See, I didn't travel with Jim. Jim was my office friend. James Grage, Richard Hart, Lyon Clark. Those guys are the guys I rolled with, So unless you were like my boy on the road, we don't have, you don't get the good stories in the office.
Yeah, the only story would be lots of sushi.
Yeah, I mean,
about it.
yes. Me and Jim, we just trained, talked about science, and ate food. And that was it. And it was a good time, man. Some of my best memories of my life are at Weeder Publications, And him and his family used to come over to our house. Like, dude, I have... Again, we went through our little tiff, and he kind of lost his mind a little bit. But at the end of the day, man, if Jim needed something, he could call me and he needed something, I'd be the first one to offer him help.
Much love from Lawndale, California. Great meeting at the LA Fit Expo.
Lawndale, that's where we got our dog Pookie.
Okay, his son's Donald Trump for prison 2020 screen name. Donald Trump could have stopped travel from China, but he praised their leader, and it said he trusted him. He
did stop.
Travel from
I think
China,
is that sarcastic? Donald Trump did. Now I'm not. Again, I would have probably voted for Tulsi if she was the Democrat. So just let you know, I am a legit independent. Donald Trump, the one thing he did right is he did stop travel from China, and Joe Biden and the others called him a xenophobe. So everybody asked, why didn't he do more? The reason is because they wouldn't let him. They kept calling him a racist every time he wanted to do more. In fact, de Blasio and Pelosi in March were telling people to go in crowds in the street and not worry about COVID-19. In fact, even Fauci, Dr. Fauci, was telling people to go on fucking cruises. Like, nobody knew this was going to be this fucked up. He's not omnipotent. He's done, in my opinion, he gets like a B for the handling of this. And that's a fucking great grade. I would have failed this miserably. I would have been like, I don't fucking know. What do you guys think? That honestly, man, he he's probably the right guy for the job because everybody else would have buckled and committed suicide as president at this point.
Is the sugar from the outright bar all from honey?
Most of it, about 90-95%, I'd say.
Right.
Depends on the flavor.
Yeah, it depends on the flavor. You have to look at the other ingredients.
Yeah, probably about
I mean,
90% on average.
Sugar in the cookies that are in cookies and cream.
Yeah, but it's gonna be honey's gonna be
the bulk of
90%.
bars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any tips on a quick pump up before going to the beach? Not anytime soon. Just want to ask since I'm watching The Boss Man.
Well, I mean, once you get to the beach,
Bring
it's
your
gonna be
bands to the
gone.
beach.
Just bring your bands. I'm serious. Just train on the beach. Right when you go out there, you get a big pump, veins pumping. Just go out there, let the sun hit it. Shit gets crazy, and then go get the ladies or the dudes or
It's
whatever.
not going to make a difference. No one
No,
can
no one's gonna
notice
care.
when you have a pump.
Dude, honestly,
Marc does it before. Like, let me get a pump before I take a picture. I hate to break it to you. It's minimal that you're. Yeah.
you're a
I
bitch.
just.
You just
this
kill
world.
my dreams.
Doesn't make a difference.
It does.
No.
The pump is my foreplay.
Sure, whatever. I know you mentioned of maple bacon MTS way before. LOL. Any plans to special release it? It was disgusting. We actually pranked our kids with it and told them it was delicious. And
Preston.
made Preston eat it. It was like 2 years ago, and it was the
It
funniest.
was the greatest
shit
thing ever. It was
was
so
amazing.
amazing. Oh God, that was so worth it.
Hello from Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Oh man, I smell.
And put your arms down. Facts. Marc, you're right about Trump. Keep spitting.
Well, I mean, I'm an independent. I'll call it either way. Look, I'm the last look. Obama, I disagree with a lot of what he did, but we had some of our best years with Obama as president, so I'm not gonna hate on him. Like, I don't agree with the healthcare thing, but again, like, our healthcare sucks either way. That just ended up hurting us because we got a 48% increase in our, in our insurance costs for our company, that we already provide health insurance for our employees. But I mean, relatively speaking, presidents can't really do much. Like, I always ask people, without this pandemic, even with the economy soaring, how did your life change day to day? Like, we would have been in this fucking pandemic no matter who was in office, because nobody would have done anything different. What do we do? If Trump would have called for a lockdown in February, people would have been like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
We ain't locking down. Dude, ain't shit going on. Ain't nobody dying.
If it's inevitable that you lose some muscle because of not being able to work out as heavy and intense, is it a good idea to cut and come back leaner with less muscle and not fatter with less muscle?
I just went over this for an hour with James Grage, or at least part of the hour. If you have resistance bands, there's no difference between that and lifting weights for hypertrophy. None. Your muscle does not know whether you're pushing a fucking rock, a barbell, or a band. All it knows is I have to generate this much force to move. So the answer is, do what the fuck you were gonna do before this all happened. Just make sure you get bands.
I remember that maple bacon prank.
So bad. So mean.
Taxes are high in Chicago. They're so high that we moved.
That was one of the main reasons,
Property
if not
tax.
the main reason we moved. Chicago or Illinois in general, is just a shithole. That honestly, I think if Trump does anything right, he should probably nuke the place, but let the good people leave first. Or just nuke Springfield. Just nuke Springfield and everything's all right. And then that Mayor Lightfoot who got the fucking haircut. Fuck her.
I will give credit when credit is due. This is impeach Trump screening. He knows how to do a spin job good, trying to stand up for the person who wants you to inject bleach. Totally misconstrued when these.
Even if he did, if he said, here's the deal. There's a lot of, and this, I looked at this for an hour this morning, wasted a complete fucking morning over it. At the end of the day, there are treatments that disinfectant means it disinfects. All right. There are treatments going on. Cedars-Sinai in particular is looking into the use of UV light through a catheter, either orally or rectally, to help that. Now, Trump went on and said he was being sarcastic. Also, there's sarcasm. He never said bleach. He never said Lysol. He said a disinfectant. Now, a disinfectant could be so many different things. So even if he did mean it, he never said fucking inject Lysol. And if you think that, you're a fucking dumbass. Like, you're just stupid. Like, if you really think, he didn't say, like, how you even got Lysol out of that conversation. Disinfectant,
No,
I would think isopropyl
This
alcohol.
said inject bleach, but other people have
But
said,
no one said bleach. There was not bleach and Lysol. We're not in that conversation. That's what I get. Where do you get bleach and Lysol? I'm trying to find it. Like, you guys, you can't, like, if your lie is refuted and proven to be false, you can't just keep saying it over and over and over and it becomes true. Did I just do the Florida State? Oh. Any Florida State fans in here? Any Seminoles? Tallahassee? Oh. I miss sports, man. Oh.
Hold on. Preston, take a bath. We have to stagger our showers or else we have no hot water.
Fuck this apartment.
What are your thoughts on training nutrition during fasting of Ramadan with no food, water for 18 hours? How would you approach that to minimize your strength size, especially with COVID and no gym? I think you've done videos on those before.
So first of all, when I'm done with this video, go ahead and go on this very YouTube platform and look up Lobliner Ramadan. Lobliner Ramadan. But until then, I will not be a dick and make you do that. And wow, we're purple now. No, we're white again. All right.
Purple, white.
It was adjusting the lighting.
I can change the lighting in here.
No. I'm not talking about that. It's not going to do anything. Just leave it.
Why?
Dude, put it back on white. Dude, you're a racist. I'm trying to answer a Ramadan question.
I can make them flash too.
This is not even cool. So, are you against Jews and Muslims getting along? Check it out.
I can't make a flash, sorry.
Can we stop?
Keeping it interesting.
This is why you will never be president. All right, check it out. So basically, it's dawn till dusk is when you fast, and you don't drink water or anything. All right, so what you want to do, and this is what I recommend, if you're a morning trainer, wake up in the morning, have a meal before the sun comes up, train.
Purple. Someone said purple looks better.
So you're gonna listen to that guy? Train and then eat a final meal. Go all day without eating, then eat again before bed. If you like to train in the evening, wake up in the morning, have a meal, fast all day, and then when the sun goes down, eat a meal, train, and then eat some more. So basically just turn your shit around. A lot of people do it all the time with intermittent fasting. You just happen to be doing it for a great religious reason when they're just doing it because they're following a fad on Instagram.
Is MTS Espresso still available?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is.
I think so too. What do you think the new normal looks like for gyms in the future? Lots of cleaning.
I think it's going to be the same as it is now, but I think, this is the best way. Somebody on Fox Business, actually it was a congressman from Georgia, was talking about this on my way to somewhere yesterday, to the store. Basically, you ever watch tennis? And if you do, if you watch tennis, there's a kid. And when the ball gets stranded in the middle of the court, he runs out there, grabs the ball, and you don't even know he's there. They don't even delay play or anything. So what I see is there's a kid standing there. Someone gets done with the gym, gets done with their machine. He runs over, wipes it off, runs back. Okay, then runs over, runs. So think of it that way, and that's how Georgia, who's the first to open gyms, is explaining it. So that's how I think other states are going to follow suit. I do not see anything changing, and I think, based on what I've seen, is that the summer might give us a nice little break from this till fall to figure out what the fuck's going on. Because, again, there's never a flu season in the summer, and at the end of the day, I understand they said weather doesn't affect this. Well, it's a virus, and I don't know. I know the shit I learned in college, which is this much, and the shit I just read. So it's much bigger than that, at least like this, around. So I think that the summer might give us the break we need to figure out the fuck we're gonna do.
Okay. How to lose belly body fat.
Same as you lose any body fat. It's gonna be the last to go. So you gotta be diligent, stick with your diet, and don't give up. Because your stomach fat will likely be the last to go. It's hormonal, it's a lot of different things. It's about receptors. Just be patient and know that if you keep going, that'll go.
Where are those club lights? So these lights, we got them online, and
what are they?
They're
strand lights or something?
Govee Home, Govee Home. So they're like sticky strand that we put around the ceiling because there's no center lights in the apartment, and you have a little remote, and you can make them do all kinds of patterns. You can make them flash. I don't know how to make them flash. Let's see. You can dim them and brighten them. They're all the way bright right now. Change the colors. Ooh.
Basically, it was cheaper than a lamp.
Yeah, it's like $30. Well, yeah, but the lamp wouldn't be bright enough.
I would never put this in a real house.
They're not allowed to have these. Once these come down, I don't think you can really re-stick them. And
No,
it looks tacky. There's a big wire going up.
It's just horrible.
See, look, wait. They're all around there.
It's makeshift. I got it.
Cammy's closet. We took the doors off. There's no room. Florida State fan here.
My father went to the U, so I hated Florida State as a kid, and then I lectured there, and I realized that I still hate them because that was my worst lecture ever, where I had some snowflake girl complain that I made a joke about flashing me.
Giving a free lecture.
Yeah, stupid bitch.
By the way, thank you for everything you taught me in fitness.
No problem.
It's sold out. Wasn't sure if it's being discontinued. Oh, it might be on our discontinued list. I don't know. I think so. It might be.
I gotta look at the list. I know we're eliminating a few flavors that were slower to sell.
And honestly, I haven't seen a purchase order for that one, so I think that's on the list.
Yeah, it might be gone.
So get some instant coffee and then pour some chocolate away in it.
Yeah,
vanilla.
You'll be good to go.
Put it in the blender. And
yeah, that was our. I mean, we made that for Steve at Natural Body, and it didn't move as well as we thought it could, so we brought it in house.
Well, it had caffeine at one point.
At one point, it had 100 mg of caffeine. That shit was, so you take 2 scoops, you're fucking flying.
Thoughts on Greg Douchet?
I've never seen a video of his. I know a lot of people speak highly of him. So I'm guessing I don't know anything about him. I have no idea. Like, I don't watch YouTube. I don't know who's doing YouTube videos. I wouldn't know who he was if people like you wouldn't ask me about him, which means that he's pretty popular, so I'm very happy for him on that note. But at the end of the day, I have no idea who the guy. I've never seen a video. I did hear he sounds like that annoying Jewish guy, Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh.
I heard he has the same voice. Is that true? Because I've never heard him speak.
That would be really hard to listen to.
I don't know, man. People like him. He's supposedly a really smart guy.
Okay.
I should probably watch it.
Are you going to take the vaccine? They are always talking about if they make one. I don't want to take one. I'm not in a third world, and I live in a small town, and I'm not in a congested city. So why would someone like me want a vaccine?
I honestly think, as for the vaccine, I don't get the flu vaccine, and I hardly ever get the flu. I think if you're young and you're healthy, I don't think it's, and also let's realize most vaccines take years to come out, and the vaccine they came out with for the swine flu has a severe reaction later on. Now those people who took them as kids are adults, because remember H1N1 killed mostly kids, and they have severe bouts of narcolepsy.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, so the answer is fuck no. I'm not taking that vaccine, not because I think Bill Gates is putting a tracking agent in it, just because I do not want to take a vaccine with, even if they rush it, they put all their resources. Bro, you have like a year to 18 months to get a fucking vaccine. Like, I'm not doing it. And also the fact that, again, like if I'm 40 years old and I take this good care of my health, dude, if the virus takes me down, it's just my time to go. And I'm not saying, I don't watch what he said on the video. He said he's gonna die. Now he died. Ha ha. No, every time I walk out the door, I take a risk. You know, again, like I said this on our other live. Like I had a friend of a friend, really good friend of mine, a partner of mine, whose buddy, healthy young man, 42 years old, had a little cut on his leg, just a little cut, like run into the bed, whatever. You know, we do it all the time. I do it all the time. Went into the ocean in Florida on vacation with his family. Came home a week later and died from an infection. And it wasn't even presenting. Like, it was a little bit irritated, but not like gangrene. And all I'm saying is, dude, every time we walk out of the house, we take a risk. If you want to really save time on your life, don't drive. Like, car accidents kill a lot of people. How many times do you have a slowdown on your freeway because of a fatality crash? So many times. So what I'm saying is, look, this is why I think we should end the lockdown. Like, if you want to stay at home, if health is more important than economy. Cool, got it. I appreciate that. Stay at home. Keep your parents at home. Keep the elderly at home. I don't give a fuck. Homeschool your kids. Keep them at home. The rest of us adults need to fucking work. That's what I'm saying. Again, and that's from the bottom of my heart. We have freedom in this country to take chances. And if I want to take a chance, and also, if you're for the stay-at-home order and you've gone to the grocery store, you need to sit the fuck down. Because you're not staying at home. You're not staying at home. You're a fucking hypocrite. Unless you have locked your ass in your fucking house for these last 5 weeks, you have no room to tell anybody else not to go out and get a job, not to go out and run their non-essential business. You have no right, because you're going into a grocery store which is more crowded than any non-essential business we have. So you need to sit your virtue signaling ass down, because I guarantee you this, you have a job. You're getting some kind of pay. Your life hasn't changed much, except you get to watch more fucking Netflix. Well, guess what? The rest of us adults have shit to do. And that doesn't include me. Because I'm one of y'all. I can sit at home and complain all I want. You guys should stay at home because you're killing people. Well, you can't go to fucking Walmart then, bitch.
Let me go get my mini horse.
Fuck Arnold. Fuck that guy. Fucking hate Arnold.
Have you ever heard of males getting pelvic floor pain from workout?
I thought you were going to say during something else. No. Well, I guess.
You can.
Well, here's the thing. Like, if you're squatting, so that could be a form that I know you don't expect me to go here, but when you're squatting, you actually at the bottom of the squat want to Kegel, because it stabilizes that pelvic area. So
you don't know what that is? Look it up.
Kegeling is basically when you when you're peeing, stop, turn off the faucet. That's a Kegel. So I'm Kegeling right now.
It's a good thing to do to
squeezing
help.
your dick.
Well, not really. Squeezing.
No, you're squeezing your dick with your mind.
Right, so that you.
I'm doing it.
It's
I'm
good for
Kegeling.
bladder control as you get older.
Stop! I'm Kegeling. I need to concentrate.
I remember
Still doing it.
when I was overhead squatting at Stu's and Nate was there, and I think he told me
told you Kegel.
to Kegel at the bottom, like hold an overhead squat and Kegel at the bottom. I was like,
After she peed herself.
no, I don't.
No.
Fortunately, I don't have that problem.
So try Kegeling at the bottom of your squat movements.
Olympia 2020. Do you think it'll happen without
Yes.
some pro show bodybuilders may not get the points for qualifying?
No. They're gonna have it, and they're gonna do special invites to who is gonna be there anyway. And look, I'm gonna be training alongside him for the next few weeks. But I think Brandon Curry, if I have any say in it, he's gonna win. And if you think Brandon Curry's not gonna win, you're a racist.
They're going to shame everyone who doesn't get the vaccine, even if they are young. Probably.
They could shame me all they want. I'm a fucking bodybuilder. People accuse me of taking steroids, which I do. Even if I have I'll say, hey, it's a beautiful day out. Shut up, you're a steroid user. Dude, they could shame me all they want. Bottom line is, they're gonna have to shame 50% of the population, because I guarantee you this, everybody I talk to, and at least they're gonna shame the entire state of Tennessee. Because and how are they going to know? Nobody knows I'd be like, hey, bro, I took the flu vaccine. Cool. So I'll just be like, hey, man, did you take it? Yeah, I took it. I can lie. I'm Jewish. That's what we do.
Make you, register it or something.
No, they can register this nut in there, this dick in their mouth. Fuck that. No, I'm tired of this shit. Registering. Nah.
It was just saying hypothetically, but...
What?
I remember when you went to FSU and the so-and-so got offended, too. I think it's on YouTube.
Yeah, dude, that girl was a bitch. She's like, because I always do this thing, like, I used to break the ice, because they're kids, man. They don't have attention span. And I did this at 20 other universities, University of Minnesota, all these different, and I'm like, hey, you know what? If you have any questions, raise your hands. Girls, you can flash me. And 10 minutes later, she raised her hand and goes, you don't have a daughter, do you? I'm like, actually, I do. And she goes, well, how could you say such sexist comments? I'm like,
that was something about doing dishes or something.
no, I didn't say doing dishes. She was flashing me.
Okay.
But she needs to do some fucking dishes. I did the dishes.
Did you go with a local builder for your house or a national builder in the process of building as well? So we went with a national builder, but this national builder has a lot of flexibility where you can make changes. A lot of them have, here's your option A, which is regular, and then B for upgrade. The builder we went with did things like moving walls and stuff like that, redesigning the laundry room. I did all those things. So we are very happy with them so far.
Phenomenal.
And yeah. But local builders, we had in North Carolina, we had a home built by a local builder. It was amazing. So
They both have their
They
advantages.
both have their pros and cons. Why is the majority of the fitness industry so limited in its thoughts for all the back and chest arm workouts? Not many. Certainly no one's talking about doing rotator cuff, ADD, ABD.
Adductor, abductor.
Oh, okay. Ankle, etc. work.
Well, I mean, I do, but honestly, nobody watches it. You know, I've done so many fucking miniband videos and prehab and rehab videos. I think they have a cumulative like 10 views on them. People want to see people pushing weight, explaining how to push the weight, talk about building muscle. The bottom line is no one's going to make a video that won't get views. I do, but I'm a little bit different. So the answer is a lot of them don't know about it either. Like, these aren't exercise physiologists. These are people with great asses who think that they can do videos about physiology and kinesiology.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
Wow, the slippery slope attitude towards us for all the personal philosophies and principles. When it lands on your doorstep, it changes things. Plus, my family has to risk our safety to help.
Not sure what that means, but do you know what that means?
Maybe if the virus affects you directly.
Oh, absolutely. No, I mean, the virus has affected me directly. I know people who have relatives who've passed away, absolutely. But you got to look at both sides, and that's a very non-empathetical view. What about the business owner who's non-essential, even the essential business owner who had to give up 20 years of work because he can't go to work for a virus with less than a 0.1% chance of killing you? Look, I understand people are dying, but you have 30 to 80,000 people dying every year of the flu, and that sucks too. I'm not saying this is just the flu. I'm just saying that, look, there are going to be times when we have to make a decision in that. And also, have you not seen the suicides have gone up dramatically? Domestic abuse has gone up dramatically. Depression has gone up dramatically.
I'm sure alcoholism has, because I had a conversation with someone this morning who's in that industry, and they said that they're killing it. Like, alcohol sales everyone's at home drinking.
Also, if that was a stay-at-home comment, I'm assuming you have not gone to Walmart.
But it says, plus my family has to risk our safety to help. So it could be an essential worker that's going out to work and
you can quit your no, hold on. You don't have to do anything. You can quit your job and you could get unemployment. That big $1,200 check, that could be yours. So what I'm saying is, you have a choice. Look, there's a lot of people who quit their jobs because they're dangerous. For example, even when you don't have a pandemic, I've known a lot of police officers were tired of going to work and taking the risk every day. I know people who do jobs we saw people dangling from buildings, cleaning windows. Look, jobs have risk. And if you don't like that risk, you can always quit. And that's why it's great to not live in a communist nation. I'm not saying I don't appreciate the nurses and the doctors and the first responders who we're donating tens of thousands of dollars to, who do such a good job. Such a good job. But don't think for a second that you don't have the option to quit. Well, then I don't get paid. Well, same with that guy who owns a business down the road who the government forcibly shut down and has now lost everything he's worked his entire life for. Put that in perspective.
How tall are you? Marc's 5'2".
5'8".
What?
I'm 5'8".
No.
What am I?
5'7" maybe with shoes
5'7"
on.
and a half.
With shoes on.
5'8" and a half.
Waking up in the morning.
6'4".
All right. Everyone I know has been going out more than ever in Macomb, Michigan.
Well, then I guess those stay-at-home orders didn't work. Good. I mean, going out where though? Are they going to Walmart? Dude, I went to Kroger the other day and it was on and popping.
Yeah.
And
you never know there was any.
Nah, dude. I mean, Kroger's the fucking place, man.
Marc, do you smoke weed still?
I've never tried marijuana.
We have not.
I've never tried it.
Nope. Maybe we should start.
Shit, I'm ready tonight.
So that's everything. Anything else we want to talk about?
If there's anything else, ask it now.
I'm getting tired.
Man, it's past your bedtime. When does early birds stop at the restaurant?
It's 7:42. Oh wait, there's.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, that was a long. Okay. 25 years lifting, always can bench 100 pounds more close grip than conventional. Would you bench heavy close grip or lower the weight for wide grip for the chest? Agree with everything you said tonight.
I don't think it matters. Just lift and progressively overload each one. And if you're stronger in one than the other, then that's it. I'm going to love this one. Go ahead.
What?
question?
To my previous comment, my family, many of whom are physicians, are currently risking our lives.
And so is the taxi driver, because car accidents are the top 5 cause of death. So are
All the grocery
police
store
officers.
employees.
How about the military? How about how many? And the thing is, you're again, they have the right to stay at home, but they're still getting paid. I know a lot of people out of work right now who would trade places with them and risk their lives for a disease or a virus that causes a 0.1% death. And they could very well die from that, just like they can very well die from a lot of things. Look, it's not good. The virus is fucking horrible, but I don't like this idea that you have to do something. I don't like the government telling me that I have to stay at home. I don't like anybody telling me what to do, just like I don't like you telling me that they have to do that job, because they don't. And also, if they belong to a union, they could take all the time off they want. They could actually right now legally, they can go to a doctor who I'm sure they know because they're physicians, get a note saying that they are not psychologically able to work and go on leave, and it will be illegal to fire them. So there is no reason why they are willingly risking their lives, like truck drivers do, like taxi cab drivers do, like window washers do, like our military do, and we appreciate it. But don't tell me that they have to do it. The government is not communist China. They don't find you at 18 years old and say, hey, you're going to be a doctor. They took that job, they took that oath, and they have the right to quit right now.
Because they have protective gear, and if they're better off than like the grocery store employee, well, there's people that have it, that are walking around. Because
everybody's had it.
Are asymptomatic.
20% of people have it.
But your grocery store worker is not wearing the protective clothing and a mask usually. So everyone.
So I have a question for our friend over here, and I'm not by any means demeaning you. When do you think we should go back? 2026? Like, what should we wait? Unemployment's on its way to 30%. Do you know what 50% unemployment looks like? That's when you start eating your fucking pets. Like, you need to put things in perspective.
I'll tell Ruckus to run.
No, I'm just saying, you don't understand the ramifications of a depression are so dire that the deaths from COVID, even the 2 million projected that we're not even going to come close to, are nothing compared to what would happen.
Truck drivers took a backseat to all the mainstream media praises for essential workers quickly. Well, I think truck drivers are essential and and are playing a huge part in keeping the goods supplied to us. They're not, as far as I know, coming in contact with large groups of people, like in a hospital type situation.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You're like your truck, you drop off, like you get a forklift or whatever. I think you can maintain distancing doing that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Also, I don't know what areas you're in.
Yeah.
But for example, I talked to the people at my Kroger, at my grocery stores, and they are so happy to be working. And in fact, there's a lot of people who are non-essential who started working there because they needed money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're
someone who owns a restaurant.
And they're very happy to have a job.
Yep.
Because the government will never take care of you.
What sort of muscle building framework or program would you follow if you were overweight and losing 5 pounds a week? I've got a powerlifting background.
Wait, go ahead.
What sort of muscle building framework or program would you follow if you were overweight and losing 5 pounds a week?
5 pounds a week?
I've got a powerlifting background.
Why are you? First of all, slow that down to 2 pounds because 5 pounds is not sustainable. Second of all, I'd go for a hypertrophy-based program. I have my Big Five. That would be great. And since we're in a quarantine, my band programs I post every day, which I'm going to post tonight. That'd be a great option as well.
Okay, the one with the doctors is family members. Traffic deaths, a Tesla car will cut it in half. Mm-hmm. It's a mitigated factor. Originally from India, Marc. I know what dire is. I respect your opinion, but the Solon, Solon is that we titrate.
Let people out slowly. Oh, I agree. Hey, look. If you missed the first part of this, I completely apologize that you didn't get my entire message. I agree with the phasing in. I don't think we should just be like complete shutdown, YOLO. No, we've done this. The damage is done. People are unemployed. Let's start opening the economy back slowly. I believe in the phases. I like the 3 phases. I'm not adverse to the 3 phases. In fact, I said earlier in this podcast that I think it's honestly the best. It's the most hater-proof. I thought it would be hater-proof because I thought it would fulfill the needs. Because if it doesn't work, you fucking stop, right? I thought it would be hater-proof, but obviously people are so partisan that hater-proof doesn't exist anymore.
I clicked off first so I can text the kids. So there we go. I don't think anything. Okay.
I have pelvic floor issues from lifting. I go to physical therapy and they stick a finger up my butt to stretch it out. No BS.
Okay.
Sounds like your doctor goes above and beyond the Call of Duty. Talk about risk mitigation. Then we're in agreement. Studying medicine from home is not easy.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I'm an independent and I'm also a realist. We need to get the economy back, but we've already shut it down. The stupidest thing we could do is just YOLO it and let people out. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. I love them. And in Nashville, we have 4 phases, which is a county over.
Are you a sneakerhead or collector? Mark went through a phase
where
he needed a lot of shoes.
Now I just have this one pair.
We got rid of most of them when we moved, and before that, jeez.
Oh.
So yeah, because then he'd wear one pair.
I'm stuck.
And good.
I'm stuck.
Yo, I know y'all know, but the cookies and cream and the crisp outright are cheat codes.
Word.
Cheat codes.
Yeah, like it's like contra, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start.
Select start.
Only if you play with teammates. Select is to get 2 players.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Stupid.
The weight loss has slowed a bit, but it's like 2 pounds every other day I've been losing. I have access to a large commercial gym since my father is a gym owner and wants to make the most of it. 5 pounds is a lot.
It's too much,
2
man.
pounds.
And that's why you're down to 2. Now
day
you're gonna be stuck, bro.
2 pounds every other day is still over 5 pounds a week.
You're gonna get stuck. And then because you fucked up all your variables, you have nothing to adjust now.
Do you think 25 years old is a good age to start using anabolics?
Not if they're illegal. We should cut it. All right, that was the last. One more question. One question.
Okay, who's gonna put in the last question? We're waiting. Us old people are getting sleepy.
Thoughts on waiting for a vaccine? Dude, we'll be in our houses for 18 months. The economy will crash, and our country will be in riots and social unrest, and there will be a civil war. That is a horrible idea. Can you imagine the stock market will be at 10,000? There'll be 80% unemployment. That is a horrible idea. Even the worst of the worst on the stay-at-home side understand that we cannot wait for a vaccine. But the problem is they haven't given us a date. At least the phases give us something to look forward to and something to strive for, and they allow some businesses to get back, even though at 50% capacity for restaurants.
Nebetra said, much love to you and your family, bro. My son and I are watching and he's cracking up. Do you think, I like this question, then we'll be done. Do you think the real estate interest rates will stay the same?
No, they're going to go up because they have to. They can't be at 0 at all. What do you think? They're going to go up. I mean, sooner or later.
I think they'll go up sooner or later, yes.
Sooner
I think if you're looking to buy a house, take advantage of the low rates right now if you can. But that's it.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. We're going to try and do this again next week around Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, tomorrow. I thought you were going to say tomorrow.
Monday won't work. I'm my first day. We're doing some content. I'm going to be training alongside some people. I'm back at the gym. We're still doing band workouts. We're going to have so on days I go to the gym, I'm still going to give you a band workout. I'm also doing the gym workout twice a week. We're going to be putting on. We're going to have 2 times a week a great video with me alongside my buddy Brent or Brandon Curry or whoever's at, where I'm training. And then there's going to be, and then alongside that, we're also doing band training. So I'm going to either die or be in the best shape of my life.
Lots of alongside.
I want to be alongside everybody. Anyway,
and then. Okay, boomer.
All right, guys. Hey, have a great weekend. Even if you disagree with me and I disagree with you, that's what makes this so special, is that we have the freedom to say what we want, to disagree, and to come to a conclusion in the middle, and that's how this works.
You don't have to like them. I don't like them much.
Thank you so much. Oh, a little bit lower. See you guys. I'm trying to turn this off.